Hello, my name is Shantae Gibbs Rickard, and I will be telling you about chapters 4, 5, and 6. I'll be summarizing them all. Okay, chapter 4 was connecting through verbal communication. It tells us the importance of communicating in different places. When you communicate with your friends, you're not going to talk to them the same way as if you would talk to your professor. That distinguishes different places of communicating. I learned language is powerful. It affects our emotions and relationships. I learned about the four elements of language as well. They were sounds, words, grammar, and meaning, I believe. um, Language create barriers to good communication. Language can shape our attitudes. When we talk to a person, like I'm talking to you guys now, I'm talking to it with a nice tone, direct eye contact, and that's showing that I'm wanting to talk to you guys, and I'm telling you guys something that should be interesting to you guys. Um, Technology help with our language every day. People just don't realize how much technology help. Um, you know, on the computers now you can hit a thesaurus and different things, dictionaries, and switch words around, and that again helps with our language. New words are created all the time, and to become a better communicator, language play a huge part in it. And that right there is the conclusion of my chapter 4. Alright, now I'm going to go with my chapter 5, which the title of it is Connecting Through Nonverbal Communication, which I smiled at that one because I am a stickler for nonverbal communication. If you notice, my eyes are moving, I move my head, I smile, I try to do a lot of eye-to-eye contact with a person, and all of this is what? Nonverbal communication. Um, Nonverbal communication includes symbols, objects, and gestures. The book discussed 6 characteristics of nonverbal communication. Some that stuck out to me were nonverbal communication always occur, but really does it? Because I've had a teacher one time that was monotone, and they just talked at the same tone, never really blinked, never, made gestures, and it was really weird. But I've seen it. Um, so when the book said that, I was like, it made me think back to that person. But also, some functions of nonverbal communication is that it deceives and substitutes for verbal behavior. Um, I learned that there are many different types, from silence, again, to eye behavior. People must be careful not to jump to conclusions. Okay, and when I say that is because, a person can be talking to someone and maybe roll their eyes or look off or something, and that person may be thinking that they're trying to tell them to hurry up and shut up, or giving them a bad vibe. But in all, that might be just that person's demeanor, and they didn't mean it like that. So you got to be very careful, of the nonverbal hints or cues that you're giving a person. And that concludes my chapter 5. Okay, my chapter 6 is the chapter's name was connecting, listening, and thinking in the communication process. Of course, listening helps to understand what's being said. Listening, we have to do it. If we didn't know how to listen, then we wouldn't be able to make it this far, in our education, or make it this far, in life, period. Because everywhere you go, you have to listen. Even if it's critical or not critical, you have to listen at some point. Um, when you listen, you are connecting with thinking, and it helps the communication process. Um, Functions of listening behavior is also what I learned in this chapter. Attitudes and behaviors help overcome, of course, um, barriers to listening. Um, when you're listening critically and or competent, them are just two types of listening. Um, I remember learning this chapter also. If you take better notes and organize your work, it'll help you to be able to communicate even more. Like maybe do cue cards, maybe to put just a little something down, and then you glance down at it or something, and then you remember what it is you want to talk about in this chapter, or to bring up certain points or cues. To ask questions and be aware of cultural differences also help with communicating effectively. So always remember, be mindful, because you don't want um, to discuss something, or not know your audience very well, and then you say something to hurt someone's feelings, or um, or just something just off track from what it is that you're trying to get across. So always be mindful and be careful of that. And this right here, that concluded my chapter 6. So, with all that being said, I just summarized chapters 4, 5, and 6 for you. I hope this was very helpful for you guys, and I thank you for your time and patience with me, and I look forward to, listening to you guys, and y'all have a good day. Bye.